What did your child write in their school assignment that made the teacher call you immediately? My mom unalived someone and buried them in our backyard. I was in the middle of a conference call when my phone lit up with my daughter's school number. I excused myself, expecting the usual. Maybe Emma had forgotten her inhaler again. Instead, I heard Principal Winter's unusually measured voice. Mrs. Chen, I'm calling about Emma's creative writing assignment. She wrote a detailed story about you unaliving a man and burying him under the rose bushes last summer. She's included some quite specific details. My stomach dropped to my feet. She wrote what? I understand this might be surprising, Principal Winters continued, but district policy requires me to follow up on any writing that suggests exposure to violence. There's absolutely no truth to this, I said, my voice rising. I'm a pediatric nurse. I save lives, not take them. Perhaps you could come in this afternoon. Emma seems quite certain about the details. I canceled my meetings and drove straight to the school, my mind racing. Emma had always had an active imagination, but this was beyond anything she'd ever come up with. When I arrived, Emma was sitting in the office, swinging her legs and looking completely unbothered. Principal Winters handed me her assignment, 3 pages with colorful illustrations. My eyes widened as I scanned the story. According to Emma, I had knifed a man with garden shears after he wouldn't stop coming to our house. She'd written that I dug a deep hole at night and planted roses on top so no one would know. She'd even drawn a diagram of our backyard with an X marking the burial spot, directly under the rose bushes I'd planted last summer. Emma, I said, why would you write something like this? She looked up with innocent eyes. It's for our My Hero assignment. I picked you. But honey, I've never hurt anyone. Why would you think I unalived someone? I heard you tell Aunt Jen on the phone, Emma said confidently. You said you finally took care of that persistent problem and he wouldn't be bothering us anymore. You said the roses would grow better because of him. The memory suddenly clicked. Last summer, we'd had a persistent mole destroying our garden. After weeks of humane traps failing, I'd finally caught and relocated it. And, Emma continued, you were all sweaty and had dirt all over you that night, and you made me promise not to tell Dad until he got back from his trip. I remembered that evening clearly now. I hadn't wanted my husband to know I'd handled the mole situation myself after he'd spent weeks failing to catch it. You said it was our secret, Emma added. Wasn't I supposed to be proud of you? I knelt beside my daughter and explained about the mole, showing her pictures of the garden before and after. I clarified what taking care of a persistent problem had actually meant. So, you didn't unalive a bad man? Emma asked, looking disappointed. No, sweetie, just relocated a mole. But you made it sound so exciting when you told Aunt Jen. On the drive home, I called my husband. After his initial shock, he laughed until he could barely speak. Only our daughter would turn mole removal into a murder mystery, he wheezed. That evening, Emma and I rewrote her My Hero assignment together. She still featured me as her hero, but for saving animals and helping sick children get better, rather than vigilante justice. As she worked, she looked up. Mom, are you mad at me? Of course not, I said. But why did you think I'd hurt someone? She shrugged. In my friend's favorite movie, the mom unalives a bad guy to protect her family. I thought that's what you did too.